Okay. Hot water is going. Okay. Wonder if there's kind of no noise, flashlight, no height thing, and all that. I don't see any camera thing. Just over there. I guess we have to have the older camera here. Yeah, hello. So, it's a way to save time. Hopefully, it's not on the wrong direction here. But anyway, to save time, when you go to the toilet and need to press out a pope, maybe also a Muhammad, maybe Muhammad is coming along, on the toilet. Anyways, you go out there, right? And you take your mobile, that's a thing that you tend to go with that as well. You find something you want to listen to, or you probably already is listening to something, maybe. Anyway, and you find the thing you want to listen to, you take the mobile, put it somewhere, safe, and listen to it. And of course, if you have a mobile with good amount of speaker, you can just fix the speaker to a good amount so you can actually hear it. I guess not all mobiles have that function in regards of but you can figure out something if maybe you have a speaker or something like that. If anyway, and so you just listen to whatever. Then you take a newspaper and lay it on the floor, while sitting on the toilet, and you take your and there you go. Like you can do multiple things in one swoop. So of course, in regards to my place, I could actually fix a mirror as well. I guess I could also use the mobile in some sense. Actually, I could take the mobile and fix a little thing where I could actually just put it up and actually have like a mirror thing while it actually, while it actually does the sound as well. That would be something that is possible. But yeah, that's I was like, sitting there, and I was like, I was actually having fixed. I wanted to take my hair and all that. I hadn't really done it because there's so many other things and all that. So the newspapers was like, one was laying on the floor, and well, both of them, I guess. Usually. Anyway, that was, I was like thinking, like, hey, wait a minute, I can just take the newspaper, put in front of the toilet, and woo, there you go, beep, beep, it's just actually so and then down, so that's a way to do it, It's like while you're sitting on the throne anyway, right? Getting the Pope out, and Muhammad as well. While you're pressing these people out, these two stinking, filthy, false prophets and all that. Well, you can cut your hair. What an amazing thing. So that's just a little thing to be a little more effective if you need to be a little more, you know. If you're going to sit there anyway a little time, why not just, use it for cutting off your hair? It's, you have your hairs while you're, emptying yourself, so yeah, it's, I don't know why I never thought about that, but there you go, So if any one of you, people, kind of, want to fix things a little further in regards to doing multiple things, and all that. That's a way to do it. When you go to the toilet, you just have your bzzz and the newspaper, pretty much just one newspaper thing can pretty much do it. You could use more than one if you want, but anyway, pretty big newspaper, put it on the floor, and then just bzzz, 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 bzzz. And you could also have, like, if you have a mobile, in regards to if you don't have a you could put a little thing where you could actually put your mobile on, so you still have kind of the the mirror thing and all that, or you could just put a mirror. I have a wall, just in front of the toilet. You could just put a mirror right there, really, then you can see yourself every time you sit and press out a pope. I don't know how really, but it is, it's a a possibility if you want some effectiveness. Yeah, that's a way. Let's get some coffee. Yeah, so that was just Oh, and apparently it's finished in regards to running the antivirus thing, just. Oh, well, let's get some. Oh, we actually already had some. Oh, we can put that coffee in here and try the other one. Uh, oh, that's the water. And there we go. Yeah, that's if you want a little more effectiveness, that is a possibility, and it actually worked pretty good. And I pretty much got everything I think in regards to it. I also took the beard and all that with it. Now, some of these bzzz are better than others in regards of going closer. Sadly, the last one I got sadly doesn't go as deep as the former one. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. And the thing is, if you're sitting on the toilet, if you're sitting a little, depending in regards to how long you're going to sit there, right? But if you are kind of in you can just do an extra, and run through an extra thing and all that. You're not wasting really any time because you're just sitting there and you're listening to something on YouTube or mobile or something like that. You're just listening while doing the things. Again, you still need a mobile or something that actually can have so it can you can still hear it even if it's bzzz. But this mobile did pretty good in regards of it. It's not the loudest mobile that exists, but it is up there. The Tank Tree, with all the mobiles out there, I think the Tank Tree is probably one of the best mobiles out there. It still sucks. I would still, it's every mobile sucks out there. How many would I would probably give it half a star maybe. If I'm going to be really sweet, 1.5 stars, 1.5 stars out of 10. But I think all these mobiles are doing criminal things against the users. Just you don't have the ability to root the phone. I can't even fix the contrast of the mobile phone easily or anything like that. And I haven't tried to fix the recovery thing. I haven't really gone. My brain is just I can't do it all. My brain just can't do it. But I still think it's one of the best options that is out there because you don't have the problem with battery. You don't have much problem with heating either because there's a fan in it. You also have a projector in it. Although the last update, they did some weird things in regards to the screen when you turn it on. Although it's not like that I use it that much in regards to the projector and all that. It is working pretty good. Besides that, if you are using the projector, it actually does pretty good. But the wonderful thing is that there's a fan in the mobile, so if it gets somewhat heated or something like that, you always have the option to turn it on. And of course, the mobile in itself is a huge mobile, so it takes some time for it to actually heat up as well. So there's multiple goodies with this phone. Like it has like a 88 kilowatt hour battery in it or so. It's like huge. You can still take it on the airplane. It's still safe to take on the airplane and all that, although I'm not sure how many they actually want you to take it with you. Usually you can take 2 batteries in that size, around that size, with you on the. I'm not sure how they look at phones, if they look like a phone, and then batteries, if they look like so you might be able to take a phone with you and then 2 batteries. I don't know how they really work that out, in regards of it. But yeah, it is legal to take it with. If you're following what their stats, that's another thing. They use the amps instead of the watt hours, and that confuses. And there's some because most, they're following the standard that most mobiles, or at least a huge amount of mobiles are using in regards of the amps, and that confuses because they have another voltage than most yeah most others. So if you're calculating it with the standard voltage, you get the wrong data. You get the double amount, which is not true. By the way, if you a little tip in regards, if you in regards to the Bible, if you're going to the sauna, in regards to swimming hall and all that, and you don't want to have a whole Bible with you, but there's some small books in the Bible you can do this with. So what I did was I had this huge Bible, and I just clipped out one of the books. And maybe you could also, if you look at the thing here, you can actually, there's like this thing where they are connected. So if you kind of find one of those, I wonder if you could actually rip it out And I guess if it's actually hot, it's probably easier for the glue to actually release that section, and you might be able to, easier clip it out, I just, if you want to, like this is a huge, gigantic, it's, I don't know how the weight is, but it's a pretty heavy book, I would think around a kilo or something like that. And this, this little thing here, it's nothing. Just a little booklet, and it's plastic, fantastic, and you can take it with you. You could just put it in your bag and forget about it. And if you come by a place in regards to things, you can just do it. You can just have something to read. So this is just a little tip, another little tip. If you're in the sauna, no one want to talk with you anyway. Well, have a little book of Daniel, for example, the book of Revelation. You have the 12 so-called minor prophets, which are not that big and all that. So you can just have one of these with you, and there you go. Then you have something to, you're not going to read that much anyway if you're sitting in a sauna. So this is more than enough for anything. And who doesn't want to know in regards of prophecy and all that? You can always, this book is like one of these books that you can just read, and and listen to and all that. So it's a perfect book to take with you, and one of the very important books in the Bible. Look at that, it's nothing. It's like, it's very like feathery thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. That's all, a little booklet. And then it's the Bible. I don't think you can buy these, in regards to small booklets and all that. But if you buy a Bible, you can clip them out and you can make, just fixed 5 places. I thought 3 places was enough, but, that kind of had some issues. So 5 seems to be pretty good. You could also do 7, I guess, and that might be even better, But at least 5 seems to be opening up pretty good and looking pretty good in regards to opening it up. But again, if you actually got it out of the glue thing, maybe you could actually cut it further down the line so you would get a little more of this. I just tried to fix the book around and then clip as close as I could. But if you could actually get it out, the pages out from the glue, you can then further get probably 0.5 millimeters, half a centimeter further out, and that might be better in regards to when you're going to open it up and all that. But it's not too bad either, but you might be able to then get a little further in regards of the inside of it, But I haven't tried it out, and I'm not sure if you could just pull it out, of it. You probably can if you just use if you take like this, they're made like this, so the pages are like fixed in this pattern, so if you just, multiple times, so if you just take the section that you want, you could maybe just pull it out, like here, you can see it here. I'm not sure if you can see it, well, anyway. So you have like this little section that is fixed with the glue, and that's the, I think, no, there's actually one paper more that seems to be with, let's see here. Is this, okay, another paper as well? Okay, there we go. And we have the beginning of it. No, this is actually part of the other one, okay. Okay, there we go. And then we have here, and let's see here if we have it on the other side as well. Yeah. So if I just pull, yeah, you can actually, like, look at that. You can actually just pull it out. Not that hard, actually. You can see? I can pull it out. Now, I'm not going to pull the whole thing and all that. But as you can see, I can pull it out here. And it's actually not that hard. Although there seems to be stitching with some... Wait a minute, what is this? Well, it seems to be... Is that the glue that's still connecting? Or is that something else than the glue? Oh, it's actually... It seems like it might be some... what is it called? Sewing thing, that is maybe in it. Oh, yeah, okay. They actually... Okay, there's some stitch... what do you call it? I guess you could clip them up as well. There's some in the middle here that, so it's both glued and fixed together with this little thing here. So I guess you need to cut them off, and then you can easily pull it out and take the papers you want and make your own little booklet. It's just a thing. It's just if so you can have your, if you want a little thing with you and all that. It's just a way. This is the King James version and all that, and I was just thinking, like, how can it's to take it, to use it and all that. I understand it's a Bible and all that, and some people will maybe say, oh, you shouldn't do that. Give me a break. This is just a collection of books. So if you want to take a book with you and all that, that's a way to do it. So you have, like, whatever little booklet with you and all that. So yeah, I don't think any Christian will murder you for doing it. Okay. Like the Mohammedans, and they might have desecrating the Quran, or I don't know. I don't know how they actually would look at that in regards of it. If a Mohammedan did that, they probably wouldn't be so happy about that in regards to that crap book. But they, as far as I know, they also have some small booklets in regards to the Quran. So if they actually had a water, I'm not sure if there exists any Qurans that is waterproof and all that. That might be, but you could do the same thing with that, I guess, if you want to read the Book of Satan. Yeah. Anyway, so okay, I just run one of the computers in regards of you know problems and all that, and it. Okay. Uh, in regards of virus and all that, it's just a terrible, it's hit with some nonsense while trying to make something for other people, but that's the world we live in, right? Set me many, many, many years backward in time. So just, it's like you try to do things and then you get, like, set multiple, a huge amount of time backward. It's annoying, but it is what it. Oh, we got some coffee. Oh, it's also pretty hot today. It's also pretty nice weather. It's interesting that the snow is actually still laying out there, because we have had sun yesterday and now sun today. So pretty good amount of sun. It's also producing pretty good amount of. Yeah, it's like the problem with this. I need to find a way to kind of keep some battery for that thing. I wonder if I can't. I don't know. I don't know if that's possible to charge up in regards to that other battery. Oh well. Anyway, it's a it's a way to, I guess, could try it out and then see if I could use that battery for that. Oh well. Anyway, it's generating 153 watts at the moment, so that's not too bad in regards to the two solar panels I have out there. Okay, it seems like it hasn't found any viruses or anything like that now. Just some older applications, blah 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 blah. I guess you can just update all of it, whatever, if you want to update them. Okay. But yeah, that was a little thing. I was thinking of doing the same thing with the Book of Revelation, although the problem with the Book of Revelation is that it's, in this book at least, it's in the end. I actually do have another plastic Bible with the Book of Revelation, with the New Testament, and two books of the Old Testament, so-called Old Testament. So that would actually be easier, because the Book of Revelation is not at the end. So because the in plastic thing is glued further together, so you don't have um, it's a little, it's, yeah. So I'm not sure. Well, if you take the back page with it, or maybe clip the back page of it, it's not too bad actually. I guess if you just take that back page off and clip it off, maybe you could just do it like that. But yeah, the Book of Revelation is also one heavy, heavy, heavy book that you can read again and again and again and again and again. And now it's a little bigger than the Book of Daniel, and I sadly also have the Book of Jude. If I do it with it, that's a way where they should have emptied a page, so you could actually just clip it out, but they don't know. But at least the letter of Jude is only on one page. You don't get just the past of a book with you or anything like that. So what you could do is just take this little thing out of the book here and clip it, and hopefully the clipper will be able to do this. Maybe you need a little bigger clipper than I used for this one. I use just some small clippers. That's the only thing I have at the moment. That's the bigger clippers that I can go through more pages and all that. And yeah, it would be a way to do it. You could also, I guess, if you're afraid in regards to the back and the forward, you could take some plastic C-Tech or whatever it's called, like something like this, right, and put this down here, to protect it, while it's laying while it's laying in the back, and then at some point, if you ever get to, you can just take it forward, as long as you have light, you can read it, and take it into the sauna and all that without any problems. If you did that with a mobile, it might be a problem, and so forward. So yeah, just another tip. Oh well. Apparently, it has some issues in regards of the applications is found in regards of. Oh well. Oh, let's get some coffee. Yeah, that was just a little thing. Are we on the? I wonder if we are on one on the other. Let's try to move this way. There we go. Wow. Hey, Fatso. You're really fat. I'm really, really fat. Wow. Yeah, it's still kind of. It's not on the right side, is it? Nope. It is. It is not. Okay. So how do we do that? Keep display, rotate image, use landscape. Oh, okay. There we go. That should fix it, hopefully. Oh, well, it's nearly 1 o'clock. I've been listening to a little of the book of Baruch, and it is an interesting book on some levels. There's some other things that is kind of questionable, but it is interesting how some of the information in the book, I'm like, how did he know that? I'm like, because if you take the book of Revelation and all that, some of the things seems to match up with some of the things that is going to happen in the future and all that. There does seem to be some issues as well. So it's kind of, it's like a Bob thing. I don't really know what to really do with it, I guess one could try to make a list in regards to what would be biblical and what would not be, or what would be some issues. Like, it seems like the book suggests that what's it called? Yirmiyahu. It seems like it suggests that Yirmiyahu went to Babylon, but in the Bible it talks about, as far as I recall, Yirmiyahu goes to prophesy to the people in Egypt, because they were going into all this queen of the heavens and all that. So that seems to be a conflicting data point in regards of it. There's a lot of confusion in regards to that book and all that. There's another book as well that does seem to have, truth in it, but like in regards to the Roman beast, that's Esdras 2, I think it is, where it talks directly in regards to the Roman beast, But is it? I can't remember further. But I know it has some data points in regards to the false beast, pointing it out. It is the Romans, and of course that would be true, And it talks about the eagle, the eagle in regards to the sign of the Romans, pretty much the Roman eagle and all that. So it has some pretty good pointers in regards to Rome. And apparently, I think it was the Anglican Church or something like that actually ended up putting it in. That was something in regards of them putting in the thing. Anyway, I can't remember all the details and all that. But yeah. So also First Baruch, I read some of First Baruch, and I was like, I remember thinking it's interesting that the papists would keep that book. It was like, until I realized, they're using it for instructions in regards to worshiping the devil. Everything, like when they have the whole list of what the Babylonians was doing in regards to the devil and all that, that's what the papists are doing, just with a Christian facade, So I was like, why would the papists actually have that book? I was like, oh wait, they're actually using it for instructions. That's okay. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the first book of Baruch. So you have the first book of Baruch and the second book of Baruch. I'm not really sure what to really do you know, with them in some sense. We know what the confirmed books are from from the very pretty early on. Both from the Christians and the Jews seems to have agreed on it. But that's not to say that there wouldn't be other books out there, of course, because it's history, and we know, looking at the Bible, we know that that not all the books talked about in the Bible is actually in the Bible. So because of different history, if you want to know more about a specific history thing, it talks about, hey, you can go and look in this book in regards of it and that book and all that. And it's like, well, we don't have those books in the Bible, So it's kind of, and of course it's a process of history. I wonder if it's actually recording in the right, oh yeah, there we go. Apparently, there we go. So it is kind of a thing where like bop and all that. But of course, I guess in regards to the verified books, it's always a good beginning to go with the verified books, right? To solidify yourself in regards to what is biblical and what is not, and all that, so you don't end up with. But it was interesting, listening to some of the second Baruch, where I'm like, this sounds very like the in time, where I'm like, if the puzzle pieces, when you fix the book of Daniel and the book of Revelation, and then you listen to Baruch, and it's like, this sounds very much like where, some of the places, at least, where I'm like, it sounds like it's talking about, what we see in the book of Revelation, of the end time. I guess and the book of Daniel is kind of just it makes more of the groundwork, the book of Daniel, although there's still prophetic things about the future in Daniel and all that. But you have the book of Revelation that's filled with a lot of data points, that still hasn't happened yet, 7 trumpets, 7 bowls, and all that. The 144,000, and when you listen to this book of, and I'm like, how did he, if he's making this up, right? Let's say if it's not the book of Baruch, if it's actually but I guess the devil could have tried to, the devil has been around for a long time trying to mislead people in regards to things. So if he can just, if he can talk some, the devil always takes it as far as he needs to in regards of truth to mislead. So let's say the Jews are very close to the truth or something like that at some point, right? And then the devil comes, and how does he deceive these Jews who might be up here? Well, the devil has to go up here and match it, to then mislead, and this is, you see it again and again and again in regards to the devil. The devil takes it as far as he needs to deceive, and then he misleads, so that's a thing you can see again and again with the devil. So I don't know. It's hard to. I haven't been able to kind of listen to the Baruch from beginning to end. It probably would also be better if you read it, and every time you find something, you just fix it out. And it's like, wait a minute, or something like that, like Yirmiyahu in regards of saying that he goes with the people to Babylon. That seems somewhat strange and all that. And the question is, when was this book written as well? When did it come around? And I guess, a book could be written formally and then be in the secret for a long time. You do have some biblical books that's been in the possession of the Jews for nearly over 2,000 years, and they're still not public, pretty much. So it's there in the Hebrew language. Where you have besides you have a good amount of those actually, um, which are only in the Hebrew tongue, and then they haven't not been translated into English. There's some of them that now has been translated, but you still have books that hasn't been translated yet. At least not in the public. And some of these books, in regards to the five lost books that the Israeli Jews now we just call them Jews. Like it's an overall thing, in regards to. But the Northern Kingdom, they had some of the people fleeing south to now the Yemen. Then they moved to India. Now they're back in Israel, and they had the five lost books. Like the Book of Gad. That's the Book of Gad has been now translated into English, but you still need the other four has not been translated yet, as far as I know, into English. At least not public available. So all the Toldot Yeshu, you have different versions of Toldot Yeshu, and one of them is pretty public. I had another one that I haven't read yet that was a lot longer, and as far as I know, there's might actually be more. I talked to the guy that was into the translate and all that. I kind of lost. Should have been more. But anyway, yeah, some interesting stuff for sure. So yeah, because we just want the truth, right? We want all the truth. As much as we can get. The more we can get, the better. No, I'm thinking here. Do I want to do one way or the other way? Yeah, I think I'll. Yeah, shouldn't we just? Yeah, let's just do that. Yeah. A lot of things have become very expensive these days. So it's terrible. My hands are burning. Everything is going downhill. Yep. But it's been a good run. Some people die early, right? So and it's been a good run, I guess. It's not been too bad. It is what it is. Oh my. I guess it's not over yet, but it could be over at any minute, of course. It's a thing, right? Oh well. Anyway, let's have some food here. hmm Let's order some food and have some coffee. And yeah, I really should. The good weather. I should really be. I have something I need to collect. We'll see if I get to it. It's a great day to do it. For sure. Let's have that one. And let's have two of those. Mhm. Yep, I think that's pretty good. Oh my. What a. But it would be nice to know it was. I don't feel like the spirit really like usually if you read the Bible you can sometimes feel the spirit in regards to things, and I kind of didn't I don't think I felt anything in regards of listening to the book of Baruch, and so I don't know. But of course, if you're becoming, a Christian and all that, just go with the books of the Bible and be careful of Paulus. Of course, he leads into lawlessness. Um, but of course, they are the five books of Moses and the history of the Jews and all that. They're kind of, they are, everybody pretty much agrees on those books. So you have books that everybody agrees about pretty much in regards to the so-called Old Testament, whether they're in one book order or another, and there might be a little variations on some of them. Um, but it's not overall going to take away from the overall things that is going on. But there might be some things here and there, In regards to the Masoretic text and in regards to the Greek text, there might be some variations here and there. The overall thing is not taken away, even if you have a little wrong in regards of like the years of people, for example. Um, it's not going to take away what the whole thing is about. You have the manuscripts that goes from around 5,500 years of the age of the world to 7,000, 7,000 pretty much nearly 6,000. 7,000 6,000. Sorry, 7,600. Sorry, my bad. I usually say 7,500, but I probably should say 706. 7,600. But you have some variations in regards to that. It's not going to take away the overall theme and all that, but just the theme. So the information is pretty much the same. And people are like, oh, the Bible has been corrupted and rewritten multiple. That's just bullshit. There are some issues for sure, some issues, but really overall the issues are really minor. It's terrible that they are there, but it's not going to take away from the overall thing. Like whether the world is 5,500 or 7,600 or 7,600, it's not going to, you're still a lot closer than evolution, in regards to things. But it's like the Samaritan text and what was the book? The other book, the Book of Jubilee or whatever. I think that's like around 5,500 or something. I'm somewhat rusty on it, but I did research many years ago, and you get to around 5,500 to 7,500, and maybe I should say 5,600. But it's around there, okay? As I think the latest state, if you would be 7,564 or something of that nature, whatever. So anyway, it is what it is, right? So yeah, that's just let's take one more of those. Great. Hopefully I ordered the right thing here. Oh, it's hot. It's very hot. The sun is very, very powerful today. I wonder how much we actually have juice into the. Oh, there's still more room for charging it, so that's no problem. Okay, nice. Ba-ba-bum. It's nice to see the weather is getting better. Hopefully, it continues in that direction. Lots of sun and all that would be nice. Of course, you have these airplanes farting out all the rubbish. We're living in a satanic world, and it's very hard to go against the whole satanic system. It's a huge, gigantic system, and when you don't have that many people actually working against them, then it's kind of, well, what in the world? Have they stopped my, I don't know. Let's try again, apparently. It's usually, there's a lot of problems in regards of ordering on the internet, Um, it's because of all the new ID and all sorts of things. But sometimes you are allowed to order food. which of course, yeah. Let's try again. Maybe I wrote wrong. That's interesting. I not try to just directly refusing me like that. So that's interesting. Let's try again. There we go. Great. Uh, that's the only thing that I can do on the internet now on ordering things. I can't order any physical things. It's the only place I know that I can actually use the credit card. Mm. It's just the lovely world we live in. If you don't go along with the satanic system, you get locked out on so many levels. Anyway, that was a little thing here. Of course, the first web page is in regards to the Danish page, so that's the other one is the English. But yeah, this T-shirt is interesting. How I know they can make T-shirts that actually can handle being washed, but apparently to the civilians, apparently they don't sell those to the civilians. They only sell those apparently to people who work, where you can see like where they have the logo and all that. It's just disgusting because it can be done. I know it can be done, where it doesn't wash out, where you can even wash it at 60 degrees without washing out the colors, and yet they don't do that for civil. All the civilian things I bought of such things here just end up wearing out very quickly. Um, it's just weird. But I know that in regards of companies and all that, then it's able to wash them at 60 degrees without any problem. Even if you just wash these at 30 degrees, it washes out. It's just give me a break with the rubbish. But this is the world we live in, satanic world of madness. And this was not cheap. When I fixed this and all that, and you use a lot of time, like look at this. It's like totally worn out. Totally worn out. Hasn't been watched that many times. It was heavily expensive. And I know they can do. I know they can do a lot better in regards of where they don't want wear out. Um. So yeah, it's a disgusting world we live in. Also, these glasses, right? I bought them blue. All the glasses of these, I bought them blue, and now they're pink, or violet, or red, or reddish. They're poopish colors. Um, yeah, it's just incredible. All of them. I have a whole. All these. There's just cheap glasses. And all of them are, besides one pair, is now, and they say it's like sun damage and all that, but come on, I have things that are blue that hasn't gone, you know, that hasn't gone, you know, gone this color. So clearly, and they wouldn't know that there's this problem in regards to the glasses. These are women glasses now. They're not male glasses. They're women glasses. Is that incredible? And I don't think this is blue either. So where is my blue pair? I'm not sure. I should have a blue pair somewhere. I was like, just using all of them, right? And having them, this one was there and this was there and one on the toilet, whatever. Every, just have them somewhere, laying around and all that, because then you can always find a pair. Just annoying not to be able to find a pair. So I just put, whatever, if I could, just using them, and they were laying around and all that. And then you find out, wait a minute, they're actually becoming another color. It's like, this one, for example, this is blue. This is still blue. Well, anyway, it's you can still see it's blue. But apparently when it burns, when the blue burns out, at least in regards to this, it goes into, apparently it's called sun damage of some kind, but not all things go sun damage. Like this one is still blue, right? Still blue, and blue. I don't know. It is what it is. Oh well. What a world. Oh, something, whatever, restock, all the virus nonsense and all that. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's no point in using technology anymore. Really, everything is just bad. Oh, it's nice with a little coffee, Book of Daniel, wonderful book, and even if you could even go further into, like, if you're interested in just the prophetic things, you could actually also clip them out in some sense. You could get more concentrated in regards to the book of Daniel. Yeah, it's nice to know the context of it all and all that. But in regards to prophecy, that would be things that you could actually just, and I do wonder in regards to prophecy if, some of the things, it could be nice to actually clip them out and put them up in regards of having things like, so you have it like all the things, the concentrated information together. um, so you could, further, that's still things that I'm kind of, yeah, still trying to sort out for sure, so anyway, we're going to get some food, and yeah, that'll be good. In the third year of the reign of Jehoiakim, I wonder in regards to Yehoiakim, I wonder how that's in English. Oh, sorry, in Hebrew. And that's the thing, right? Um, I'm just sick and tired of these translations of names. Here we go. In the third year of the reign of oh, that would be Jehoiakim. They translate the beginning wrong. That's the thing regards to how they do his scriptures. It's one of the reasons why I would rather have the version of the scriptures than the Hallelujah scriptures, because they use the Yahoo in the beginning, and it just doesn't. If you, in regards to Hebrew, that's, you have Yehu. It's like a thing, you only have Yahoo at the end. In the third year of the reign of Jehoiakim, sovereign of Yehuda, and then they do this J-Y-A again. Instead of Yehuda, they go Yahuda. Yeah, it's just Nebuchadnezzar, sovereign of Babel, came to Jerusalem and besieged it. And actually, that's actually nice. I think, yeah, Jerusalem, Shalayim. Nah, I'm not sure actually. Okay, anyway, besieged it, and Jehovah gave Jehoiakim, sovereign of Yehuda, into his hand with some of the utensils of the house of Elohim, which he brought to the land of Shinar, to the house of his mighty one. Anyway, it's just a little closer in regards of at least the names of the Hebrews, and I'm not sure why they wouldn't just use standard Hebrew names, instead of you know instead of and also in regards of changing the name to Jehovah, the places where it needs to be. It's a mistranslation, disgustingly enough. Anyway. Oh well, okay. So seems like we had some malware or whatever. I'm not sure. Um, guess that was one of the applications that I'm not sure if they actually removed the whole thing, or I think even the Windows section changes in regards of my, the folders all over. Terrible. Um, let's see here. Apps backup. Okay. There's some backups here. Files, backup files. Apparently, they don't look very big. I wonder why they're not that big. Installations, Snow Key Plus, unused, WinPin Pack. I was looking into a lot of things, but yeah, I never. just became too overwhelming, I guess, and too many issues, and lots of loose ends for sure. I do wonder if that's kind of was like helpful applications. Let's see if it's probably deleted that one. What was that called? Um, let's check history. See if you can find it. Had some malware in it, but it's an application to find drivers and all that. And it was driver max, driver easy. No, driver max is not found in one of the drivers. Not sure if it removed it. Um, Free download. I guess I could try to download the latest version and hope it doesn't have any rubbish in it. Anyway, just nice to if you want to find drivers for your computer and all that. And I used it pretty good on those levels. Um, yep. Let's see here. That's terrible. Like why didn't they put a reset button on it? It's just terrible. You know, makes no sense at all. You can't use the peak levels of this if there's no resets. It's like because it will when you disconnect it and connect it, it will peak up the amps, the voltage, everything. So the peak, you can't use the peak information to anything. And it's like, why? Okay, there we go. I did it quick. This time mm, yeah, I think we got it this time. Yeah, we got it this time. But it's just why not? Why doesn't it have a reset for the peak thing? In regards to things. Like, how retarded are you? Selling a thing like this in regards of and I guess you can't see it, but this is the thing I'm talking about. Selling a thing like this and not having a reset button, how retarded is it, in regards to the peak information? Because again, if you take it out, put it in, it will, boom, fly up, I guess it's a little like when you have a machine and it starts up and all that, and you have like this huge amount of energy being consumed at the beginning. I guess maybe it's a little like that. It just doesn't make sense. Like, why would you sell a product like that? Why wouldn't you have thought about, or at least, you should have had many years to kind of think about that. It might be a good idea with a reset button, somewhere, just somewhere, having a little reset button wouldn't be the worst kind of thing, right? But apparently, yeah, that's big, 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 big problem. Oh, well, so we're going to have some salad and some stuff that will be good. I don't know. My brain is, my brain is just done and over, and I'm fatter than ever. Well, I guess if there's any hunger thing and all that, I can at least go on for 2 months, at the very least, in regards of my fat depositum, or whatever you want to call it. Mm. I need to lose some weight. Then you have all the negative talks and all that, and it's like, okay, let's just get some food. That's terrible. That's really, really terrible. They closed everything down in regards to society as well and all that. Oh yeah, that's right. I was also doing this other thing. Um, trying this game thing to make it portable. Mhm. And I think it's pretty. Yeah. At least it's working on the computer. I haven't. I think, but it's running, and there's some things you can do to kind of, you know, uh, like some lock thing. I have had it crash, but I didn't look into it. Can I debug true? So this is on debug. Let's see this one as well. Um, okay, let's see here. Debug, debug, debug. Debug is false at the moment in regards to this. Let's say it's set into true. And the same thing with this one. Let's collect that together as well in regards to the file. Okay, I see a file date, write log. Write log is false at the moment. Debug is true. So why so the write log is false and debug is true? Not sure. To activate the burst log. I'm not sure where the burst log is actually. Or maybe it's in regards if you put it on true. It's like you use it and we have fixed it down in regards of a good amount of lesser functions. Hide shell window. Not sure what that is. If it's maybe a DOS prompt or something like that, let's try to set that to false and see what we get. Maybe we'll drop and see a write log true and save that. Fix app data. No, not sure what that is. Let's save that file and let's take the other one here as well and set the same things. Runway write log true and debug true. Hide shell window false. Let's try to put that on false as well. Um, and save. Yeah. Could also drop the. Well, actually, I could actually, besides dropping it, I could actually make them longer. Or I could also drop them off in regards of here. Nah, I'm not sure. Well, let's drop them off here. Let's put it out here for now and fix this one down as well. Yeah. Save. We could also we could do that as well. We could do this and this and this to further slim it down. So we have the main key, H key, current user, software, diagnosis, roll cage 2, boot shoes. It's a pretty long, it's a pretty long thing here. Anyway, it is what it is. Save. Great. It's interesting if it actually works and if I could actually figure out how it works and all that. You could pretty much make everything in Windows pretty much portable, I guess, if you knew how it functioned totally and all that. I wish I would have known that when I had some more brain power. Don't have much brain power anymore. This one is a little further, so we can shorten it like that. Okay. And I guess we can make these longer at least. To the minimum, longer as well. Boom, 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 boom. Just set it up here. If I can just find the minimum result of this to make it actually work, then you could always further engage in things, right? It seems like you can make like a exe file where you put the information in. You can also further fix the information of what version you're running and all that, but of a program and all that, but seems to be needed, So I took that away. So pretty much, we could actually put this down here, something of that nature. Yeah, let's just put that down. It's just information about the web page. Well, actually, web page, you could take that away. And we got some email. Could take that away as well. So there we go. WinPinPeg project, and X Launcher 154 and X Software Collection. X Collection, X Software Collection. Like WinPinPeg project, X Launcher, X Software. The X Launcher and software. Okay. X Launcher configuration file. So this is like the X Launcher configuration file. Whatever. I guess I could put that at the top. Really. Just one line to just explain what it is. There we go. X. Yeah, something of that nature. And put that. There we go. Anyway, that's all for me. Take care, all of you. Done and over, I guess. May Jehovah be with you, and yea, shall be by you a most precious pearl.